I'm Brent Leary. I'm Brent Leary. Something's supposed to happen after I say I'm Brent Leary. Let me try it again. Let me look at the camera this time. I'm Brent Leary. Something's wrong here, folks. I can't put my finger on it. Something ain't right. Something's missing. Well, one thing that isn't missing is Finn's moment. The moment is Finn. But there's when Finn does the moment is Finn's thing and he gives us some sort of language that I never get right. Somehow it sometimes gets right because something. Paul Greenberg, where is Paul Greenberg? The venerable Paul Greenberg. He was just talking to him like a couple minutes ago. You know what? He's having technical difficulties. And it figures because we're doing a very special show today. A show that we really haven't done before. And Finn, I don't know what to tell you. Grande, is that French? Maybe, I don't know, some kind of French. Yeah. Hi, Sarita. Yeah, it's you. Look, it's your name. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. It's a Festivus miracle. But before we get into that, yeah, we're doing a special show today because we haven't done an open mic type show in a long time where we just invite people who are in the comments to come on and spend a few minutes talking about something they want to talk about. And then, we try to get a number of people on with that. And we said, well, it's about time we do one of those. And then we noticed what time of the year it was. With all the holiday stuff going on, you just had Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming up, Hanukkah, all these things. But you know what else? Festivus. Festivus is like the CRM Playaz main holiday of the year. We just love that, and we really want to pay homage to the patron saint of Festivus, which is Frank Costanza. You thought I was going to say George Costanza, but it was really Frank, because Frank is the creator. George was just the guy, that had to do the feats of strength and hear about how he was disappointing to his parents the whole year. But so we decided we're going to combine open mic with Festivus, so that somebody who comes on and talks about whatever they want to talk about for a couple minutes with us, they can do that. And then we get to talk about how they disappointed us all year long. I mean, it's like a perfect combination. Perfect combination for the CRM Playaz. And here we are. How many minutes are we in? Almost 4 minutes into this show. And Paul Greenberg is still having technical difficulties. This is thanks, Finn. So I was kind of close. Corsican. That's about as close as I've been. So I'll take it. And you know what? I need the venerable Paul Greenberg here for a number of reasons to do this show, but there's one really huge reason. You can't do Stump the Godfather if the Godfather isn't here to be stumped. So we are hoping. Yes. Yeah, Brian, serenity now. Insanity now. This way it's going. So I'm hoping that we have the technical difficulties worked out and the venerable Paul Greenberg will join us, because this is going to be a fun one. I have absolutely no idea what to expect from this. We sent out an email to some folks that we like, and some other folks like Bob Fagel. He was on the list. I don't know how he got in there with the like, but he's in there. All right. So we asked them, this is one of those times where if you join us, talk about something you want to just talk about for a couple minutes, we bring you on, and then we get to tell you how you disappointed us throughout the year. All right, so I let me check. There's a message from the venerable Paul Greenberg. Okay, he's coming. He's gonna go to his second studio. He has a main studio. There's some glitches going on in there. So he's gonna go to his other studio and then he'll be able to join us and I can stop tap dancing. But in the meantime, because we're once he gets here, we're not gonna have a whole lot of time. We're gonna just hit the ground running. So while he's not here, let me do my little pitch because next Thursday. Next Thursday. I know it's December 7th. Yeah, it's the day of infamy and all that, but this is not infamous. We are doing what has turned up to be our annual What is CRM event at the end of the year. Last year, we did it for the first time. We didn't expect it was going to be as well received as it was, but it was very well received. We brought on senior level executives from a couple of the vendors, and we just threw out one question: what is CRM going to look like in 2023? And that lasted like, I don't know, 90 minutes or something like that. So we thought, hey, this is a good, we could try this again. We'll try doing this again. So next Thursday, we have this group, as you can see, Rob Tarkoff from Oracle, Terrence Chesseray from ServiceNow, Seth Patton from Microsoft, John Tashik from Salesforce, Adam Justice from Adobe. They will be joining us for a full hour of conversation, unscripted. We're not giving anybody any scripts to read. We don't want canned responses. We just want to have a organic conversation about what they see CRM looking like in the year ahead. And then we're going to have some analysts come on after that to talk about it, to talk about what they heard, to talk about what they think. That's next Thursday. But we didn't want to just stop there. I feel like I'm like an infomercial guy at this point. But anyway, that's not all. There's more because we want to continue the conversation. So Friday, December 8th. It is not a day that lives in infamy, thank goodness. Noon Eastern, we're going to bring together a completely separate group of senior level executives at companies that are having an impact in the industry. We haven't totally confirmed everybody, so I'm not going to say who yet. Sarita, there is more. But wait, so we're going to have another conversation with another set of CRM, CX industry vendor execs to continue the conversation. And we're going to also have another group of analysts to carry that conversation after the executive panel is done. So 2 days of senior level executives at the vendors that are really having, in some ways, most of the major impact in the industry for 2 days. Next Thursday at our regular CRM Playaz time, Friday, noon Eastern, and you'll see that all posted. So be on the lookout for that and join us because you know how that works. We love having those folks on, but we also love having everybody else in the comment section adding their perspectives, their questions, their takes, and it makes for a really great, fully fledged discussion, industry discussion. And with that, look who is with us.
Hi.
And wait a minute,
Brian.
Wait a minute. You got to say who you are because I don't really know who you are yet.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
All right, now it's legit. Now this is the CRM Playaz. I was doing a lot of tap dancing waiting for
I heard. I could hear it. Every browser failed me.
Yeah, I know.
Every single one.
You had to go to the other office.
Yeah, clearly. Not half as good looking as in this office.
Well, that's okay, but you're here. So that's all that matters. And we got a lot of people already, a lot of comments already here because of what we're going to do. But before we get to all that, it seems like, so I just talked about what we're doing next week. You wanted to add anything quickly?
No idea what you said, except I like the very end of it. Like, everyone chime in.
Oh, I was talking about.
I saw the 2024 thing. I saw that.
Okay, that's what I talked about.
Oh.
Oh, and did you want to take a shot at Sven's language this week.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I'm not gonna. You can't look at the comment. You just got to look.
I don't get them actually because I only logged in now.
Oh,
So
okay.
I lose all the comments that came before.
Okay. All right. So he told me I was kind of in the ballpark because I just guessed because you weren't here. So, but what's your?
I mean,
guess?
it's French-ish, but it's not French. I don't think, but it's French-ish. So, I mean, I'll guess like Basque or something.
All right. Let me. It's here somewhere. Let me find the actual answer. Okay, here it is. Corsican.
Oh, so it's Italian.
It's like if you wanted to talk to
French.
Napoleon or something like that. Wasn't he born on Corsica or something like that?
One of them was born. He was born there and exiled somewhere else.
I think he was born there because at the time Corsica was kind of like a part of France or something.
Yeah, so it is just French Italian, basically.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, well that works.
Oh, look at I think Patrick told Rebecca Corsica.
Yeah, well, I think Patrick, from what I understand, speaks 112 languages.
Okay. All right. So we don't have I don't think we have a lot of time because we're getting a lot of people that are joining us. So before we go into the whole open mic Festivus thing, I think I explained it a bit. And I told them that, we wanted to do an open mic. We wanted to kind of, we haven't done one in a while, but because of the time of the year, we also wanted to celebrate Festivus and give thanks and homage to the patron saint of Festivus, Frank Costanza.
That's right.
He's the founder, not George. Frank is the one. Frank set all the parameters for what it is, including, the feats of strength, and the gather around and tell people how they disappointed you over the course of the year and stuff like that. So we're going to bring them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to do open mic in about 5 minutes because you know what we have to do.
Oh God, I shouldn't.
Before that, right? We have to do it.
I should have stayed off.
It's time for Stump the Godfather with the venerable Paul Greenberg. Brought to you by Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot. Get that full Benny effect in there. I love that. I don't know what happened to the Anand Tucker version. I had to go back to my old version. You notice that was me? That was me.
I wasn't thinking about that, but you're right. I mean, where did it go?
I gotta find it. I gotta find it because
Yeah, it's Anand, man. He's the voice. He's the voice.
He's the golden small.
He is.
He's the James Earl Jones of PPN.
That's right.
So all right, we got to do a quick Stump the Godfather, brought to you by Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot. This one, I don't know. You might get this. I want to make sure I'm not giving you the answer before I prompt this. Okay, here we go.
As long as it's not Salesforce data or.
No, we can't do that. We can't do. So I just was looking at a number of things on the internet, and this thing just jumped out at me. It has to do with how much consumers have on their credit cards. So collectively, Americans now owe how much money on their credit cards? And Sven, this is from a reliable source. I'll say that right up front. And I will say you got to think big for this. So this is total accumulated credit card debt by Americans.
All right, well, let everyone else get your answers in, and I'll get mine in.
Yep, let's get these answers going, and let's get them quick so they can get the open mic, and then we can talk about how you guys really just disappointed us. I've been really looking forward to that for some reason. So let's get some answers coming in, and take a guess, throw them in there. And Mike Fawcett, do not ask ChatGPT or do any of those Google searches. Give us your first top of the mind guess as to how much collective credit card debt. Oh wow, Dan Miller is coming out hot.
Holy
$7 trillion.
If it's $7 trillion, then we might as well just officially declare bankruptcy nationally.
Rebecca is coming in at $1 trillion. Is that Rebecca or is that Patrick? I always have to ask. Brian Summer is coming in at trillion. Okay, now Dan just went off the map there, a gazillion.
Yeah, well, a quintillion. I have a quintillion dollars.
So we've got $1 trillion, we've got 7 trillion, we've got 4 trillion. Thomas is coming in at, wait a minute, I'm trying to get the 6 trillion. All right, $1. Really? I don't know who that is.
It's from Boston, so it's probably Bob.
Yeah, it's Bob. Yeah, that figures it's Bob. That's how he's already given us a reason for disappointment. Sarita is $1 trillion. Sven 0. Sven is definitely not living in the Americas. He's not in the United States. If that's what his guess is for how much debt Americans are in. All right. So we got a fair amount of number. Any last give you a last couple of seconds here to anybody else out there who wants to get in. So right now, the lowest besides 0 and $1 is $1 trillion.
Yeah, I'm up there too. I'm at 1.3 trillion.
Why are you saying 1.3?
To distinguish it from 1.
Okay. One deck of playing cards. Dan, you might want to stick to the 6 trillion, or
that's just Dan's gambling losses.
Sven is German despised. Oh, okay. Well, there it is. They don't believe in that.
0.
3 billion?
3 billion. Billion?
Pete. I think that
I owe 3 billion. Forget.
All right. I'm going once. I'm going twice. I'm going to the Venerable Paul Greenberg for his guess now.
1.3 trillion.
1.3 trillion it is. We are locked in. We are loaded. The answer is, we really do need a drum roll for this. But
well, we can add it.
We'll add it later. Well, maybe that'll be an addition for 2024. But the answer is 1.08 trillion. So Rebecca,
yeah, it's the 1 trillions. There were 2.
It was and Sarita,
1 trillion.
Sarita and Rebecca, they're the winners. Pete, man, you must not have any debt.
And that's how you disappointed us in 2023.
Yeah.
$3 billion guess.
And that came from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. So Sven, legit source, nothing to, worry about there. Yeah. So 1.0, actually, and this is the all-time high. So this is the first time ever that credit card debt, consumer credit card debt, crossed the $1 trillion mark.
That's astonishing.
I don't know. Americans behave better. You must have really low expectations of us, Thomas, because that's a lot of debt. I mean, that's and you know what is actually making this worse? I did the back-to-back shows talking about Cyber Week and all that, and all the money, online sales and all that. Cyber Monday, I think it was 12 point whatever. If you look at Adobe or Salesforce, they're about 100, 200 million off between the two of them, but somewhere in the neighborhood of $12.4 billion just spent online on Cyber Monday. And it was also the biggest day for buy now, pay later. So guess what? This number is probably a little low because this came out before Cyber Week. So this number might be closer to 1.3. You might actually be the winner. I don't know.
Let's get the new numbers for December and see how close I am.
Yeah. So so Rebecca, that was the 1 trillion was November, early November. So it was pre-Black Friday. So you're right. Black Friday, but also Cyber Monday was the biggest buy now, pay later. So we're well over $1 trillion.
I'm going to ask Microsoft, how much more credit card debt did Americans incur incur from Black Friday through today.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let us know what they come up with.
This could be my victory here, so this is important.
Oh, so you're hoping that these later numbers carry the victory away from Rebecca and Sarita to you.
Yeah, I do.
Because you're the only one that actually is between them and anything remotely close to what the actual answer.
What do you know? We couldn't find it.
Well, so we're
this
gonna
is Microsoft Copilot.
Yeah. So it was sponsored. You're right. It was sponsored.
Yeah. Well, for God's sake, Microsoft.
Unfortunately, the only numbers that we do have right now is 1 trillion or 1.03 trillion, which means that there is a tie this week for Stump the Godfather. Rebecca Wedderman, and I still think she's getting all her answers from Patrick, but you know, we can't prove that right now. So Rebecca and Sarita are this week's Stump the Godfather winners. How about that?
What do they get for it?
You know, the satisfaction of being right. You know, Paul, Dan thinks you have a direct access to the Fed.
Yeah, this is the Fed of New York. I mean, this is my homeland.
It is New York. Copilot leans on GP. Now we're getting like actual facts going in here. Thomas, real financial data delivered by MS. Oh wow, I don't know. I'm not going to get in that. And yeah, she is getting all her guesses from Patrick, which and then Wolf it is.
Wolf, there it is.
Wolf, there it is.
That's official closure, man.
All right,
that
so
officially closes Stump the Godfather.
Brought to you by Microsoft Dynamics
and closed by Patrick.
Wait a minute, you gotta let me say it clean so I could for editing purposes.
All right.
This has been brought to you by Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot.
And closed by Patrick.
There we go. All right, there we are. All right, so now it's time for open mic. We got like
at least not magic,
minutes.
Mike.
We got 38 minutes. We don't want that.
No.
All right. All right. So, all right. I'm going to start the clock now. People, if you have something that you want to talk about, put a comment in right now, and we'll just go in alphabetical order. What'll happen is we'll see everybody who wants to jump on and say something, and then we're going to have to shoot you the actual link to join us. So hopefully you're connected to either me or Paul on LinkedIn or something like that, because that would probably be the easiest way to do it. So just leave a comment right now saying, hey, I got something to say, something like that. You know, it doesn't have to be, and we can see it, and then we'll shoot you the link, and then you'll come on and you'll talk a little bit about what you wanted to talk about, and then we get to just, you know, tell you how depressing it is what you did to us this year. You know, sounds good to me.
Sounds ridiculous to me, but it's okay.
Wait a minute, come on.
Of course it's ridiculous. It was a Seinfeld bit.
This is Festivus.
It was a Seinfeld bit.
All right, Rebecca, does Wolf mean that you or Patrick wants to join us?
Or both. It could be
both, right? So we're gonna say Wolf means yes. Paul, can you shoot her a link?
Yes, I can.
In LinkedIn. So as you guys, you know, just raise your hand or your paw or whatever you want to do.
Your paw.
No, your paw print. Your paw. If you want to raise
your paw.
No, I said Paul. I don't know.
Didn't work.
It's as close as stump and stomp. You know, and that's the way it is. All right, all these, everybody. I see people. All right, Brian Summer. Let's see what he's saying here. I sure hope there will be Gen AI resume generator demos in 2024 because I might have missed some of the 1,000 use cases vendors demoed in 2020. Brian, you want to come on here and talk about that a little bit?
All right, Rebecca, you got your link, Brian. It's in your LinkedIn messages. Brian, I'll send you one. Same one.
Yep.
Hang on.
And let's see what. All right. Okay, Thomas is saying. All right, so Thomas is now in the queue.
Okay.
There is a fleet of 30-ish emo. Oh my God, what the hell is he? He can talk about anything. We're throwing it open. Thomas is in the queue.
All right.
Is he on a boat?
Brian, you've got yours.
All right, I'm looking. I'm on the lookout for Rebecca and Patrick. Brian, yeah, it's on. Yeah, on my way. All right. You know, Brian is so soft spoken and mild mannered.
Thomas, you've got yours.
All right.
Again, LinkedIn message.
This is really interesting. We'll see what kind of thing. I mean, you know. All right, here we go. So Rebecca is. Oh no! Oh, this is going to be good. Look, Rebecca and Patrick.
Both of them. Sarita, yours is coming.
Oh, look at that. Patrick is just so glad to have Rebecca with her. You know, just look at that.
Hi, guys.
I'm so used to just seeing a cute picture. It's a treat to actually see Patrick, you know, doing stuff. That's cool.
He's mesmerized by your voice, Brent.
All right. So what do you and Patrick want to talk about?
Sarita, yours is there.
We actually really just wanted to join with Brian so we could hear his grievances.
Oh, we can do that. We can bring him on. We can. He's here.
This is PIR.
You ask and you get.
Wow, look at that. He's dressed up.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Dressed up for this. That's amazing. Thank you.
I just finished another podcast with somebody else who shall remain nameless, but anyway.
It requires a tie?
No, but someone has to bring a touch of class to these things, you know. So,
that's why Patrick is for.
Look at that. Look at that face.
Good to see you.
All right, you guys.
Take it away, guys.
Yeah, this is your time to talk about whatever.
Well, I found out today that apparently my business moved to Texas, but I didn't know about it, according to one spammer. Another one said I'm going to be on the cover of a magazine that I've never heard of before, but only if I pay them like $4,000. And
they offered me two. They offered me to do it for $2, Brian.
Okay, so, and I'm just inundated.
You can negotiate these things, you know.
With all this love that comes in on the inboxes, because it can't be that there's anything wrong with CRM solutions that generate this kind of crap. So I don't know, what to make of it.
Oh, look at this. Ginger wants to ask you guys. Yes, Ginger, you can ask a question.
It's their stage. Do what you want.
That's their stage. We're going to have a couple, 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll move because I already see Thomas and Sarita. I'm so glad that Sarita is not LinkedIn user anymore, so that's a good thing.
Hey, I got a question. Wait, Sven, do you want to come on or no?
Yes, Sven, let us know if you want to come on. Let us know. And we, wow, we got cats now. We got dogs.
Oh, yeah, we'll cover.
We got Brian in a suit.
That's right, we got a suit.
I tell you, I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. I'm getting no respect at all.
That's what happens when you dress up. You expect certain things. Matter of fact, that's my grievance.
Brian, you don't disappoint us. Your suit does, though.
Yeah. Your suit is, you wearing a suit is kind of a disappointment, Brian. I'm sorry, and you don't have a Dr. Pepper with you either. What is this?
Oh, there we go.
And this one, Brent, is a real, honest to God.
Is that cane sugar made or something?
It's got cane sugar in it. It's not that modified cornstarch or whatever junk that they sell in the north. You get those. That's a Dublin Dr. Pepper from Texas. Anyway.
That's the real deal stuff, huh?
Well, I thought if you guys are looking for a topic, I thought we could ask what kind of lumps of coal should we be giving for Christmas gifts to different vendors? Or we could go more positive. What positive kind of gifts should we give to vendors this year?
Why isn't a lump of coal not positive? I'm Jewish, man. That's what I get.
Okay.
I think that's a great.
Why don't we call you Paul anthracite Greenberg now. Okay,
Or what's the other? Bituminous.
bituminous. Yep,
No,
that's
that one
the other
actually sounds really bad. Actually, if you think about it.
All right, Ginger's saying she wants to ask us questions. Yeah, Ginger. Well, Ginger, do you want to come on and do that personally? Yeah, But first, all right. So we're gonna keep the ball moving a little bit. Thank you to Brian Summer. Thank you to Rebecca Wedeman. Thank you to, of course, Patrick Wolf. Patrick has the best percentage average score when it comes to Stump the Godfather. By the way, he's won a couple of times by now. So
7.
all right, guys. Well, we thank you for stopping by, and we will hopefully maybe see you next week. All right. Bye.
All right.
All right. So next up, you want to do? Well, we should do one. You want to do them in pairs? Do one at a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna also get Ginger. Ginger is coming your way.
All right. So I think Sarita is next, right? All right.
Yeah.
So the one and only. I was trying to think of something pleasant to say about a Seahawk fan.
Analyst of the year.
But you know what I know I can do?
Okay, Ginger, you got yours. LinkedIn message.
Wait a minute. Where is it?
Are you looking for a Seahawk thing?
No, oh my God, I can't believe I must have done some cleaning in my room. Because there was something special that I was going to have right for Sarita, but I don't see it. I think I was moving her stuff around. Anyway, Sarita Kincaid. There she is.
Hi guys. Okay, well, I've got something for you. Ready?
Uh-oh. Ooh, nice. I like the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vintage.
It's very nice.
All right.
Thank
you so much. Right. I might just leave it on during the whole conversation. Okay. I have a couple things.
All right.
One is you guys should do a pre-Thanksgiving turkey show, just like they do on PTI. Have a couple of clips, call people out more formally. I love that. It's very fun.
That's a great idea, actually.
And you guys have a lot of good footage through the year, so that would be super entertaining. Yeah. Second thing is it is a football thing. The NFL product this year just sucks. Monday Night Football was the worst game I have seen between the Vikings and the Bears all season. It was terrible.
That's only because you didn't see the Giants play the Patriots.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is Thomas a Seahawks fan too?
Well, he moved to Seattle, so he's hopping on the bandwagon, which I appreciate. But yeah, it's all over for us this year, Thomas.
Why should I not shout for the Seahawks if there's a Rams head around? I wouldn't even know whether that's the I wouldn't even know whether that's the same sport.
I was looking for this thing. I was looking for this thing, and it was literally sitting on the end of the table. And I was looking all past this. This is why Sarita is the best. She got me this.
That's right. That's right. That was that gift. So Thomas,
it matches the colors as well, by the way, right?
Who's the quarterback for the Seahawks, Thomas?
I wouldn't even know what the Seahawks sports is. But I would side with Sarita anyways.
Nah, this must be Bob Fagel trying to do a dust up here. Yeah. Of course, now I know it's Paul.
I watched the Giants page, and I'm a Giants fan, and that was literally the worst football game I've ever seen. Literally, and we won, and it was literally the worst football game I ever saw.
Score?
I've never seen anything. No, I've probably seen worse. No, actually, it might be the worst sport game of any sport I've ever seen. It was so awful.
Oh. Last Monday was 6-9. Bears over Vikings.
So kind of we outdid it by 2 points.
Okay. All right. Now because we got to keep things moving. We gotta tell you how you guys disappointed us. I know this is. You know what? I was disappointed with Sarita when we were in London. We went to get that pizza that one night, and there was a particular drink on the menu, and I was hoping you would get it. You remember what the name of that drink?
I remember it's something I shouldn't repeat out loud. Yeah. I was hoping you'd get it. I could have expensed it.
I don't think you want to put that on the expense,
far better than pizza.
What was it?
What was something not not linked.
Was it just the common?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It's not common. I don't think that was common.
If it's called sex on the beach, it's common.
Worse
Nah.
than that. Worse than that.
I took a picture of the menu with that, but
Sex
I don't.
on the
I'm not.
beach is a regular drink. It's
I don't
like a
think I'm going to
common
show
drink.
that.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
Worse name than that.
I think so.
Okay.
I had never seen anything like that on the menu, but that's just me. I'm not going to say that. But all right, and Thomas, can you think of anything for Thomas is disappointing? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, he won't let his hair grow.
Yeah, well, I don't let
That's
my hair
all.
long. No,
Let your
no
hair
way.
grow, man. You're
No
a nice looking
way.
guy. Let it grow.
But next time,
I'm disappointed that I don't know what color his hair is.
I could hide my hair under a Seahawks hat.
Oh. You do. I've seen you wear hats. You wear those cool hats. Though,
Unluckily, I lost my all blacks hat. Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
If you want a hat, you can get a hat.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, his Blues Brother hat. Yeah. Okay, there it is.
That's the
You're
Frank
making me
Sinatra
and Grant look bad.
How about that?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Cowboys fan. Okay,
I forgot about that. That's right.
Already.
I enjoyed our
Yeah.
conversation at
Thanks,
Barron,
Pete.
but man, I got to rethink this now.
No, but he's disappointed us twice. $3 billion is an answer, and he's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, Pete, you should
Right,
come
so-
on. 'Cause we will have no problem sharing our disappointment.
Right, you want to come on? Hey, Pete, do you want to come
It's
on?
hard to please you guys.
Hey,
Pete,
but
do you
Pete-
want to come on?
let us know, and we will bring you on. All right, Sarita.
So-
First of all,
Pete, I'm sending it to you.
thanks
So
again.
hang in there.
Thanks.
Oh,
I
you're
love this
welcome.
guy.
Look at the colors, Brent, by the way.
It's a Rams
And then
color.
look
What do
at,
you? Yeah, it's supposed to be that color. And what are you, Elroy, or what's the other ones? I can't remember the other.
Jake.
Jake,
Elwood
all right.
and Jake. Elwood and Jake.
All right,
Very
But
nice.
let me put it that way. One is white and the other one not so.
you choose which one you want to be. we'll go.
We're not
with
going
that.
there.
But thank
What?
you for joining us. Thank you for participating, and
Yeah,
happy
a
holiday
little-
season.
Same.
Go Seahawks.
No,
I'm not kind of used to
happy
saying that.
holidays. Good night.
I know.
Leave
You're
it
just
there.
enjoying your season too much.
Shout out for the All Blacks. Shout out for the All Blacks.
Oh,
You know,
The All
Yeah.
Blacks.
all right.
Shout out for the Savannah
All
Banana.
right. Thanks
All right,
for having us, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
See you
Have a
next
great
time.
year.
You know what? I'm only second with Pete, like second, so I can't send him a message.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
have-
I can. Let me.
Yeah.
Well, Ginger is there, but she doesn't have her camera on. Ginger, come back. We need you so that we can show you how you disappointed us all year long. That kind of thing.
But send it to Pete. And I assume LinkedIn user is Bob, but I don't know.
Bob, you want to? Yeah, Bob, we need to come on because there's no shortage of disappointments with Bob. So, Bob, we send him a link. And Ginger is back.
There
There
she
she
is.
is.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh,
I
it's
got a
fake
I got a great
background, too.
disappointment with Ginger, but I'm gonna hold it until she.
Hold on. Ginger and I in the same room.
I
Yeah,
you really are in the same room.
Yeah.
here we
See
go.
that?
There's my real background.
There you are. There you are.
I gotta
Sven.
get rid of this one.
There you go, Sven. I approve of that message. What's this? Would love to know how I did. Well, you got to come on.
Bob, that is you, right?
Yeah, if it's Bob, well, you got to come on. Oh, wait a minute, Dennis Pombria. Wait a minute.
Where?
So you see, it says DP.
It's Dennis.
Oh, wow. All right. I really,
Boston. He said Boston.
okay. So
Okay.
you shoot him a link.
Yes, I am.
All right. All right. So Ginger, what did you want to say?
Well, originally I wanted to talk about some like actual, CX trendy kind of thing. But since you were talking about sports, I thought I would share with you what's going on top of our Christmas tree this year because, since it's also like holiday time. So,
Oh my God.
Mets, meet
Mr.
the Mets
Met.
head. Oh, that's cool.
That's huge.
That is really cool.
That is
Wait a minute.
absolutely gigantic.
So we got, wait a
Oh,
minute.
it's
So we got
digital
Bob. Wait a
footprint.
minute. We got Bob from
That was
Boston. We got Dennis.
Esteban. It's not.
Oh my God!
Oh, for God's sake! Hold on, let me.
This is getting confusing.
Yeah, I actually sent it to Dennis.
What? So what? Oh, digital pestilence.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, E.
All right, hold that up again, Ginger. That's cool. That's going on your Christmas tree.
It's part of a costume, but yeah, we're gonna.
You know what you should put on there? Bobby Bonilla. You need to hang him on your tree.
Yeah. He's still getting his contract, right?
Not the right time of year for that.
That's true, but still.
How many more years does he have left? What, 15?
I think they'll 2030 something.
Yeah, so he's got 7 more years on that. Greatest contract in the history of sports, man.
He hasn't played in like 20 something years, right?
Yeah, I mean, how great a contract is that? They just keep paying forever.
Sarita loves your ornament, by the way.
I saw that. Thank you.
Okay, I sent it to E. He's got it.
All right, I'll be on the lookout for him. So, I mean, if you wanted to ask us like something about the business stuff, we're up for that.
Sort of.
Okay. All right. So, some of the research that we're doing, we're hearing about trends in personalization going to the point where practically every interaction is personalized. So, what do you think about that? Do you think that's like realistic, a million years off, creepy?
Wait, are you saying you finding that that's what people want, or that's what people are trying to do,
are predicting will be, so you'll go to some, company's website and they'll have lots of information about you because you're a customer. So they're going to pre-fill all your forms. They're going to, suggest all your products. They're going to, when you get to the bot, they're going to say, hey, you stopped on this page. So we know exactly what you want. But to the point where they're actually going to use all your information all the time instead of asking you questions they already know the answers to. So do you think that's going to happen more than it's happening now to a vast extent? And if so, where does it get unrealistic or creepy, or what's your thoughts on the personalization?
Partly it's stupid because ultimately part of the relationship that people actually have with companies and individuals and companies is the customer appreciates the fact they have a choice in things, right? And this is literally just taking that away by saying, now we took care of all your choices for you. So it's really stupid as even a thought at this point. The whole basis for personalization is give them optimal choices, not do everything optimally for them, right? And nobody's ever asked for that. They come to you. You don't go to them, right? And when you go to them, they just get annoyed, right? So whoever's going to, I don't doubt some people will do that to the extent they can. I don't actually think technically it's that simple either. This is why I always thought hyper personalization is the most ridiculous term I've ever heard.
At scale. Don't
at scale.
Personalization
at scale. Right. Yeah. D minor. So so is it a trend? I doubt it really, but is it, even if it was, is it wise? No, it's literally idiotic. So I think it's a horrible, horrible thought. Not because of the creepiness of it, because of the stupidity of it for any business that does it.
I don't want you to hold back now.
It's Festivus.
Yeah, that's going a bit too far if you ask me. I'll just summarize it like that. I don't even think it's a good idea if you're trying to do that. I don't think you want to go that far. That's just me. Let me ask, since we do have a Mets fan, Pete Hedrick is saying Bonds, Bonilla, and Van Slyke might have been. Wait a minute, that's when he was with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's the Pirates.
Get that what I said. Now I got to go on to the disappointment. I am disappointed that Ginger has not aged a bit since we've known her. We've all aged. Look at the beard hairs; they're all gray. Ginger still looks the same. That is very disappointing to me. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
You know what? I didn't have any disappointments. Now you bring that up.
She looks the same. She actually looks
know.
better.
I
And
know.
Thank
we
you.
look old.
I'll work on that. See what I can do for you.
Please do.
See what you can do to age, please.
Yeah.
Do you have like a picture hanging somewhere that?
Yeah. What are you, the Dorian Gray of
That's
CRM
exactly what I
or
was
something
thinking.
like that?
Exactly.
My hair is now so bad. It's starting to turn in a way that's could be Dorian white, right? Not even gray anymore.
Well, thank you for stopping by and sharing Festivus with us. You know, we didn't make you do the feats of strength, but we'll say that for the guy that's coming up behind you here.
Oh, the feat of strength was running up to the attic and grabbing the head and squeezing it through the attic door.
Well, then you rest up from that feat, and thanks again, and we hope to see and hear from you soon.
Thanks.
Bye, my dear. Big hug.
Before we bring on
original,
the other
original, she's an original.
Yeah, she is. So do you agree with this? Bonds, Bonilla, and Van Slyke might have been the best.
No, I don't think that's true. But at the same time,
it's a great.
They were a great outfield.
It was a great
thing about it.
And they and Bonds and Van Slyke apparently hated each other. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I think Barry was a bit of an acquired taste.
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to think. So, I'm trying to think of who would. That's a really interesting question. Who was the best outfield of all time?
Hey, Pete, if you want to come on and defend your statement, please let us know.
Yeah, but I can't say unless you've accepted.
Let me see. While we bring on our next unguest, he's not a guest.
Oh, it's
you know who it is.
Yeah, of course.
Apparently, he's the other DP because I thought Dennis Pombriant.
Yeah, of course.
It's Digital Pestilence time, folks.
You know what? I totally forgot about Dennis Pombriant when I put DP. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
It's hard to forget Dennis.
User from Boston. There was some LinkedIn user in the back in the beginning.
I think that's Bob Fagel.
Yeah,
that's Bob Fagel.
Yeah, so he's here. Bob, are you still here? If you are, let us know.
Right. Let me see if I'm connected to Pete. I think I might.
Yeah, I'm not.
So go ahead. You can entertain Digital Pestilence.
Hey, there you go. I don't need entertainment. I can entertain
I just
you.
Want to know, are you eating well? Are you drinking? What are you doing?
I'm recovering from a cold, which was not COVID, but I wish it would have been because you recovered. These days, it's easier to recover from a bad disease than a fucking cold. I'm telling you.
I know.
Well, shit, I forgot the disclaimer. I'm sorry.
I forgot to play the disclaimer.
Yeah.
I think it's already to the point where it's just automatically considered done and embedded. It's like an embedded.
I carry an MA rating everywhere I go. Sorry.
It's just what you can do is have it tattooed across your forehead, right?
Look, waiting for grievances. Well, yeah, well, we got
to look. You know, when I hear grievances, mine are well known. You know.
What? Oh, you
wait? No. We give our grievances about you.
Oh, good.
Mine happens to be very benign and.
There is nothing that he can say about me. I promise you.
No,
so what do you want? What's on your mind, though? What's on your mind, Esteban? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how easy it is to highlight charlatans in this world. All you have to do is call them out, and they show up and they express themselves to be charlatans right below your comment. So,
do you see charlatans everywhere you look?
I see fake people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, trying to pretend that they know something, and that they keep repeating each other, and in a model that is resemblance of something else that I'm not allowed to say because he didn't put a disclaimer.
You remind me of that little kid from Sixth Sense. He saw dead people. You see fake people. Is that?
I don't see. You know what? You don't have to see them. They truly, honestly love to express themselves to be charlatans, thinking that they're actually being smart, and that's the thing that kills me. I mean, if you repeat what everybody else is saying, if you have the same soundbite that everybody else has, you're not smart for repeating it. It's not that complicated.
Let me ask you this though:
original thought is not that hard.
Why do so many people seem to buy what the charlatans are selling? even in the
Sycophant.
enterprise,
The
especially
sycophant.
at the enterprise.
Because it takes absolutely no effort to take a well-crafted soundbite and repeat it and make it sound smarter versus actually understanding the concepts behind it and actually having to do some original thinking on the concepts versus just repeating a stupid soundbite. If I were to say, yeah, and you know that I have no idea what I'm saying here, so bear with me on this statement, okay? If I were to say Bonilla was the best outfielder ever, that's a stupid soundbite. And I sound like I know what I'm talking about, even though I know that I don't know anything. But it makes me look smart, it makes me sound smart, it makes me look like I'm part of the crowd, that I know what I'm talking about. And I don't have to actually defend it by any ways because, like, you know, everybody else is saying the same.
But wait, hold on. But if you say something to a large audience,
yeah,
there is usually somebody in the large audience that's bound to say, you know what?
Yeah, but
this
people
guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
But people play the role of wallflowers more than they play the role of, like, you know, contentious asshole like I am. There's not many of me out there going like, hold on. That doesn't sound right. What you're saying doesn't have any common sense versus everybody going like, you know, oh, I heard that before, so it must be true. And he's validated it. So we actually, you know, without going into deep politics, we and most other countries were able to elect presidents on the fact that, like, they repeat what everybody else says, and then it becomes common knowledge.
But with the enterprise, there's a lot of money at stake. There's jobs at stake. Why would they put all of that in jeopardy for somebody that they know is fake?
Do you have something to drink? Because I'm going to say when I was a gardener, but okay.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I do have something.
There you go. But I mean, the thing is, when I was a gardener, 80% of my job was rubber stamping. People want to get validated. They don't want to be right. They just want to be validated. You know, you remember the old adage, nobody ever got fired for buying IBM, right? So it's the same thing. I mean, if you get to do something that, like, you know, everybody else validates as being proper, then you're in the majority and you're good and you're safe.
I mean, I totally agree with that. The thing that sustains. I mean, I just did a piece on Talking Headless. The thing I disliked was self-promoting narcissists, right? And can't stand that crap.
Anybody in mind?
I have several people.
I have plenty, but I don't publicly humiliate people.
They were indirectly referenced in the discussion, but the problem with them isn't even them; it's the people who support them, which give them the fuel. They're the worst sycophants. I remember
that's my biggest problem. It's like, you know, the fans support and they keep getting, you know, pushed to the forefront and they keep becoming like more quote unquote famous in their own mind, you know. So, but that's okay. I mean, that's just the way enterprise works. We want to be comfortable. We want to be accepted. We want to be part of the majority, and we get to do that. So,
yeah, I know, and no one will question. I mean, I remember I used to tell all my mentees, I still tell them this, but I don't have as many as I had. I used to tell them all, look, you can say anything you want to say, but you got to be prepared to defend everything you say.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And if you can't, and these people just say anything they feel like saying. And what's particularly annoying about them is you can always see right in what they're saying that they weren't given an award or something didn't happen to them that they felt they should have gotten, and therefore everyone else is a piece of crap, right? As a result. And it's right in what they're saying, and nobody calls it ever.
I saw a guy a few days ago on LinkedIn promoting his new book on how to use AI on the enterprise, and he was boasting that ChatGPT wrote the entire book and all he had to do was edit it. How the fuck is that thought leadership? How is that unique critical thinking, unique thought process, something different? I mean, ChatGPT is a summarizer. So you're not really doing anything. You're just like, you know, basically taking advantage of stupid people that will buy your book because you say the right words.
But why would a person who's calling themselves an expert in AI say that a book that is in his name was actually written by the AI? I mean, that doesn't make any damn sense whatsoever.
Well, it does, because if you think about it, most people that are listening to that person, they don't really know what AI is, and they think that this person understands AI enough to make it write a book for them.
Yeah, but then you have to wonder, well, anybody could do that. Why do I need you? I could tell it the right way.
No, everybody can do it, and everybody does it at two different worlds, though.
Oh, okay.
I could play baseball, but trust me, it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. You know.
All right. Well, this has been fun. turn into an episode of Whispered Insights meets the Players or something like
Yeah,
that.
but no. So let's turn this around. What's your grievances with me? I dare
told
you.
Mine is sappy, so I'm not going to tell you them.
Oh wow,
Oh.
sappy.
Yeah, it is sappy. So,
Sappy?
Sappy.
Oh.
He-
S-A-P-P.
my grievance is after all these years of
I-
years of knowing you,
Your
you
ears are
still
clogged.
don't know a damn thing about the sports that I really love.
You
That's
know
what
what?
it is.
Seriously, do you want to challenge me for that? Because I'd be happy to take that challenge and show you that I know more than I actually let you.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams?
Quarterback of Los Angeles Rams,
Yeah.
Troy Aikman. Wait. No, Joe Montana. Joe Montana.
So you do know a lot.
I'm glad
Dude, the last three quarterbacks that I knew existed were Troy Aikman, Dan Marino, and Joe Montana. I haven't
My
kept up with
God.
anything in the sports.
you might have
since then.
barely got into the 2000s.
Yeah,
But I do know that Mark Cuban sold the majority stake on the Mavericks for $3.5 billion valuation, showing that there's a sucker born every day.
Oh, that you look. Cuban bought that for like 25 million. when he
Yeah.
bought it. I mean,
$285 million,
yeah, and it's worth $3 billion now. That's a
3.5
pretty good-
billion, and he basically cashed out because he really needed the money. Everything else is going down for him. So
he's a poor billionaire. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Well, what
I
about
don't know
the
anything about
Yankees?
sports, and I'm proud
George
of it.
Steinbrenner bought the Yankees in what 73 or 4 for what 10 million or something like that.
10 million from CBS.
And now what is it worth?
It's the second one more.
Roman Gabriel.
I liked Roman Gabriel.
He was the Rams quarterback when Joe Namath was with the
He was
Jets.
a quarterback when I was young. But
I know Joe Namath. Okay, he was the commentator on sports.
Yeah, did you
Roman
know that he
Gabriel
actually
was-
played football?
What was it about Roman Gabriel there was something special about him? Like he represented like the first,
he was like the first quarterback, Native American, Mexican American,
something like
quarterback.
that, right? It was something like that. He was the first Native American or Mexican American quarterback, or
Something like that.
Mexican. It was something like that.
And he was a great quarterback.
I liked him.
Really,
I liked him a lot.
I think he was an MVP.
Underestimated.
Yeah, well, that's because he was with us. We're always underestimated.
Here's my answer to your grievance. A barbarian sport where people actually incur head injuries on purpose doesn't really appeal to me.
Well, wait a minute. You're an analyst. How
A barbarian sport where people incur head injuries on purpose. That's the difference.
on purpose.
Right.
And I'm not an analyst anymore, by the way, but we're gonna have that
People who have
discussion.
already incurred the head injuries.
Dude, I'm the only person ever to be expelled from Argentina for not liking soccer. So
You wait a minute. You didn't like soccer?
I hate soccer.
Wow, and you were from Argentina.
Yeah.
That's just because you're just a contrarian.
No, because when I had to play soccer, I used to play goalie, so I didn't have to play because
How
I
old are you
sucked at it.
supposed to be to go from contrarian to curmudgeon? What's the age?
Contrarian to curmudgeon is about 50, 52.
Okay, so you're getting into curmudgeon land.
65, he turned into an asshole.
No, that,
72, nobody gives a fuck
good to
anymore.
know.
But when do you become
Good to know. When I hear
72, 72,
When do you
72, you can
become-
get away with
I'll
anything.
let you know.
when do you become venerable from all of that? Because that's like the next
Oh, that's
step.
that's when he stopped giving a fuck. That's where Paul is. When he don't care anymore and he can say whatever because people go like, well, it's okay. He earned it. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He's been around for a long
We
time.
feel bad for him, but
All right. Hey, this has been fun. This is like the first annual open mic Festivus celebration. I think it's been a unqualified success.
yes, I agree. Well,
It was an unqualified success.
I'll call it a qualified success.
Well, yeah, why?
Not
What's the
unqualified,
qualification? The technology part?
Well, that's one part. Man, that was so annoying.
I think we need better grievances too. We need better.
There you go. There's one right there. Look.
Oh, capital gains tax.
Boy. Well, Dean, your timing sucked, Dean.
You're a little late.
Yeah, sorry, I took the last few
10
minutes.
seconds, man.
But I thought I enjoyed this. This is fun. Sometimes you just need to do this, and get away from all the serious stuff for a while.
I agree. This was fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, the host of Whispered Insights. Any teasing you want to do?
Yeah, next week is going to be fantastic. We have Heather Williams, who comes from Two Line Studio, visual storytelling. After that, we're going to answer Sven's question on what happened to shop online when we talk to Craig Rosenberg about e-commerce. And after that is the first annual the Grievances of Insights, I guess, Whisper Insights with all the co-hosts.
Grievances Insight. Oh, that's
Grievance of Insights. Sorry, airing of the insights. Sorry, I got the wrong number.
So that's going to be you, John Reed, Liz, Lauren,
Alan and Lauren
Alan.
Vargas.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Heavy duty.
We'll see what we can get. I have absolutely no plans for
Merry
that.
Christmas.
All right.
And then next year is fantastic. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
we'll see. We'll see how next year is.
Yeah.
Maybe your show will be fantastic. I'm not so sure about the year. Right?
Oh, the year's going to suck, but my show is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Well, as long as your show's good, that's all that matters.
I love the fact that we always have 2020 as a baseline. It's like you can't go any worse than that. So
all right. Well, thanks once again
election year. So
thanks once again to Digital Pestilence. I like to call him the irascible one.
Irascible is for 40 to 40. No, irascible is for 55 to 60.
That's
where I am. That's where I am right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the irascible does work. And you'll be
I got three and a quarter years left to be irascible.
And then
he goes to curmudgeon.
Oh, and then he ascends to venerable at some point.
Venerable's 70 plus.
Venerables the 70s.
All right. Well, you got a little time there. All right. Well, hey man, we'll see you later. Thanks again for stopping by.
Thank you guys. Talk to you later.
Au revoir.
Hey, I love this hour. It started off a little rough.
I love most of it. I love the last 50 minutes of it.
The first 10 were a bit rough for you.
Well, they were ridiculous, man. I mean, it was working fine and left the studio, quote unquote, for a minute, went back in and it stopped working. That's literally what happened. And then it wouldn't work on any browser.
Yeah, that's tough.
Don't get it either. But
well,
the equipment was working. It was StreamYard wasn't picking it up.
What is this? Ooh,
LinkedIn is uncooperative.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Well, don't worry. There's, the old saying, wait till next year.
Yeah.
There will be another one, and you will be on.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be here. But before we go, one more, if I can bring this up, I want to do one more plug for this. Go ahead and plug it.
It's a good one. Look, I hate trends and projections and all that crap. I mean, I think they're ridiculous generally. However, in this group, we're going to be, that's why it says, what is CRM in 2024? Not what are we predicting for it? Because we're not predicting anything. But it's going to be each one of these guys representing each of their companies has a very specific and different perspective on what it's going to be. And there will be some analysts behind this too, by the way. So what you're going to hear, and some of these, a couple, I think Rob and John are veterans of this last year. The other three are new. And every one of them is articulate, really, really smart veterans at their companies too, which means something to this. So they have a distinct perspective, and it should be really, really interesting. And they're all just great guys, every last one. I think I don't know. Person I know the least, I think, in terms of length of time is Adam. I've known him for 2 or 3 years maybe, but everyone else there I've known at least 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's an organic conversation. We don't know what's going to be said or talked about. We just we're hoping it's just throwing one question out and seeing where everything goes from there, so that it is fresh and casual and conversational. And also we really are dependent on the folks in the comments section to, do what you guys do best, which is really throw your opinion out there. In addition to asking questions, getting your opinion is really makes all of this really work. So yeah, it's like multi-level. There's a great conversation on screen. There's a great conversation in the comment section. We try to bring them together. And then once the executive panel is done, then we bring on, a whole other set of folks who are going to have their own opinions. Digital pestilence being one of them. And then, as I mentioned, the day after, December 8th, Friday, noon Eastern, we're going to have a whole other executive panel. We haven't quite firmed all of it up, so don't want to put it out there just yet, but it'll be up shortly. So stay tuned. So it's back to back. What is CRM in 2024? Executive panels, analysts or thought leaders, or whatever you want to call them, people who know what they're talking about afterwards. It should be fun.
I can't wait. Actually, I'm really genuinely excited for this one, and the other one too, which is going to be, once we get it firmed up, you'll see why. But it's going to be a little different, and you'll meet at least one new player in there.
A CRM player?
No.
All right. So we hope to see you next Thursday. And in the meantime, you know what we got to do.
Yeah. And
bye, Minnie. See you next week.
And you're Paul Greenberg?
Oh, yeah. I forgot that part. Yeah.
Okay.
And we are the mini players.
The mini